Hey friends, welcome to another meditation, another sit, another practice here. Go ahead and do all the things, make your space comfortable, light a candle or an incense, put on some soft music if you'd like. Anything to really just gather yourself here in a way that you can be alert but pay attention is perfect. And you can find that position in a seat or with support behind you or on your back. And once you do, take a really deep breath to arrive into your body, letting the inhale fill the lungs underneath your rib cage and expand your body so much that it fills your belly and your chest. And then exhale, open your mouth slowly with ease, let the breath go. And take another deep, full breath in. And soften your shoulders as you let it go. Soften your jaw as you let it go. If you're ready, you can start to close down the eyes if that's comfortable for you, if that helps you turn your gaze inwards to yourself for the next few minutes. And then just notice what happens when you arrive here. How does your body respond? How does your mind respond? Do any emotions pop up? Do you feel a sense of discomfort or a sense of ease? Knowing that it's not one way or another, there's no right or wrong, it's just information on or about what happens when you're just here with no distractions. For today's sit, I would love to talk a little bit about something that's been really present in my life, and I'm sure for other people as well, and it's something that's reoccurring. And it's the fact that there are so many aspects of our lives which we try to control. And there's such a transformation waiting for us when we start to let little bits of that control go. It's almost night and day, and I almost want to say that it's night and day, the difference between the grasping versus the opening up of the palm, and how that can bring such a sense of wonder and abundance and acceptance and gratitude. But it's also not that easy. It's simple, but it's not easy. So know that this practice of doing so is a lifelong practice, which we revisit again and again and again, because we come to these sits and meditations to regroup and to strengthen the muscles it takes to be here and the resources we gain here. So check in again here at the start of practice. What comes up when you immediately think of letting go of control? Because I can guarantee you it is something we all struggle with in one way or another, in one degree or another, in one area or another. And that can look like doing research and taking endless steps to try to guarantee safety and security. It can be planning to a T all the next steps of your life or the year or the month or even the day. It can be placing really heavy demands or expectations on people or trying to shape their perspective without listening to them. But there's two really big things to consider when we think about trying to control everything. One of them is that although we are so capable and preparation and effort is important, we are not perfect. We are not all the same. And the other piece is that although this world has a beautiful design and purpose, it is also a mystery. And there is so much room. There's so much nuance. There's so much space. There's so many things that are out of our control. And we can respond to that by gripping tighter, or we can start to slowly let one little piece of the tethering down go at a time. So one little string or strand or rope or tie, just one thing at a time. One thought pattern at a time, one action at a time, one relationship at a time. We can slowly loosen that grip. Check in with your body. Notice maybe where you're holding any tension in your face and your jaw and your shoulders. And send a nice deep breath into your body there. And then on the exhale, feel your skin and your muscles soften. You can feel your bones, your pelvis become a little bit more weighty into the space below you. I'm going to read a couple quotes from a Mark Nepo book that I really like called The One Life We're Given. And a lot of his writings return to the idea of meeting life fully and trying to be fully alive in your life. He says, often we live in our heads and tend to track life rather than enter it. And that's exactly how I feel when I try to control things. It's all these metrics instead of the fullness of the moment. He says we live in our heads and tend to track life rather than enter it. And entering life can be kind of scary, but it is so much more fulfilling. And you can find so much more actual peace and freedom once you learn to let go a little bit. He also says the more we are emptied of our personal echoes, the more we can be present to what is alive before us. I'm going to offer that we spend the last couple moments here in silence, in stillness, meeting ourselves here with grace and understanding, knowing that this is not an easy process, but maybe starting to open our eyes and acknowledge the areas in which we try to control and how we can release that and what that would look like and how that would feel. It might feel like for me, it feels like a slowing down or a pacing of life instead of always looking ahead, planning, adding things to the to-do list. It could feel like an opening up of love in a relationship that once felt really strained. So just sit here for a few moments in silence and see what comes up for you. Stay grounded in your body for 3 more breaths. Feel free to stay here longer if you're ready to transition out. You can rub your hands along your thighs or against each other. Start to tune into what you hear around you and smell around you and sense around you. Maybe start to blink your eyes open a little bit and then all the way, with the intention to bring what we are learning here in this practice into our daily lives. So the 10 minutes here, again, it starts to strengthen those muscles. And it's not an actual muscle, but it's a purpose and an intention to be present and to notice where these things show up in our daily lives and to just choose a little bit differently sometimes. So thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.